And we are live. Welcome everybody to another tabletop ready miniatures live stream on Facebook. Um, Hope to see some of you guys here. Today we've got bum bum bum. So I'm gonna make that bigger. There you go. That's better. Soulblight Gravelords. So excited to do this. This is for a commission, so we got the start collecting box for several reasons. We have a Graveguard commission, so I'm going to put together 10 of these bad boys. So that'll be the first thing we do for a commission. I think my brother collects Soulblight Gravelords, so I think he's going to want a unit of... I think he wants more knights, because they can be battle line, and even though a lot of people are saying they're garbage, I think he wants to collect those, and I think he wants to have like a full knight, blood knights, black knights, vampires, the wit on steed, and all that jazz, and just do like a full medieval horse cavalry army for Soulblight Gravelords. Anyway, and then we will probably be giving this bad boy away. He'll probably be one of our Patreon HQs that we'll give away for one of the months, just because this is currently a unique item, and you can only get it in these start collecting boxes. So, bust this bad boy open and kind of get started. This is actually great value, especially if you guys haven't seen how they work. Well, and I guess I think they can be battle lines. So this is good value because with the new 3.0 rules, if Graveguard aren't battle line, so it's the whole reinforcement, right? So in 3.0, you're only going to be able to increase a unit, a non-battle line unit. You're only going to be able to double the minimum standard unit size once. So, for example, these guys come in a unit of 10. That's the initial minimum standard unit size. Then, if they're not battle line, you can only increase them one time, which means the most you can ever bring is a 20-man. If they somehow become battle line, then you can actually bump them up to 30, I think is what the Battle Tomb shows. So anyway, so like I said, and it's the same with the knights, right? So 5, you can take a unit of 10, or if they're battle line, you can take a unit of 15, because battle line can do it 3 times, or you can reinforce it twice. So this, I think this is a great value. Obviously, after the first one, you're just wasting those knights, but you could easily sell it on eBay for $35-$40 because no one else can get them, and a lot of people aren't going to want to. They're not going to want to buy a box just for that. So, all right. So we're going to go ahead and start in on the Graveguard. So that's the Knight, Black Knights, Graveguard. Not a lot to it. We will be doing the Graveguard with axes because they are better. The Whip Blade, Great Blade, yeah. Choose to hit for, let's see. That's weird. So the Great Whip Blade is a 4 to wound. Why is it a 4 to wound? You'd think it would be a 4 to hit. Interesting. And the shields actually get the +1 to their save. But you're not. You're in it for the wounds. You're really just in it for the wounds. So let's do a little math real quick. If you do 30 attacks, you're going to hit with 20. And then 20 attacks, you're going to... Well, let's do 12. So 12 attacks, you're going to hit with both. You're going to hit with 8. So either way, it's not a good math. So with 8 hits, you're going to wound 4 at -1 rend. So you have a capacity to do 8 wounds, typically on a 4-up. They go up to 5-ups, so you're going to roll... What? You're going to save 2? 3? Even if you save 3, that's still... Or, excuse me, no, you're saving 4. For 4, you're hitting 5-ups. You're going to save 1.3. So on average, you're going to do 3 to 3, so it's 6 damage total. With the 3-up, or excuse me, 3s to wound, you're going to wound with 8. So it'd be 4, like 5.3. So we're going to wound with 5. And then they're going to save, again, they would almost save 2. So they're more likely to save 2. So either way, so you're, like I said, I think the blades are the way to go. So, pop these guys out. Interesting. Just kind of taking a look and seeing. So that's 5 feet, 5 feet, 5 feet, 5 feet. Okay. There are shields and torsos. And more shields and torsos. And then weapons. Make sure I got everything for the Black Knights. Because you got the one where he's got the double-handed axe. They have them all with hands and shields. And I don't want that. So that's the Seneschal. Okay, so they are like these two-handed halberds. We got a hornblower, a standard bearer. Okay. So super simple. Just put together all the chests. Throw them on the feet. Okay. We'll do that first before we get them out. And we're going to only do 10 today. So, weapons can go there. Here are the feet. Here are the torsos. Interesting. Those are shoulder pads. Okay. All right. I've actually never put together these, what are they? Grave Guard? Yeah, never put together Grave Guard before, so here we go. Bum, ba, da, bum. Anyway, so big, awesome happenings going on with Tabletop Ready Miniatures right now. We just hit, just for you guys, so you know, we hit 200 subscribers. Super excited about that. We pretty much every time we hit a new stretch goal, we do a giveaway. So 200 was our next stretch goal. So we are going to be doing another giveaway. So there's a video we just posted. I just barely posted. On YouTube. That's where you'll find it. Basically saying, hey, we hit 200 subscribers. We're going to celebrate. And then it kind of goes through everything you need to do in order to be eligible for the giveaway. Basically, get your name entered in, which is pretty simple. You just got to be subscribed, leave a like on the video, that specific video, and leave a comment as well. This is not very nice. Not a fan of that. So yeah. So like I said, and then that's basically that video was posted today, which is Tuesday. But everyone will have until the end of next Tuesday to get her done. So everyone will have basically a week to subscribe. You're more than welcome to tell friends and family. There, you know what I'm saying? They can subscribe as well. The more the merrier. And then basically what we do is we take all the comments, we verify that that person has liked the video, and then we find their comments and we pull all the comments out, and we do like a random name generator for all the comments, and then that one person will win. And what do they win, you ask? It's basically a start collecting box from Games Workshop. That's what we're gonna do. So we're, like I said, super excited. We're looking to continue to grow our YouTube channel, continue to make more content, more videos, varied variety content. I also got a project I have in mind, and that's what I'm going to chat with people about tonight while I assemble these things. I'm a big fan of The Honest Wargamer. If you don't know who he is, he's on Twitch, he's on YouTube, he's on everything. Great guy, great channel. I watch him on YouTube. I watch most people on YouTube. I'm not a Twitch guy. And so I watch all of his stuff on YouTube. But he does this one thing, and I have had in my head something similar. Not even similar. So I've always liked and wanted to be a part of team play, team things, matches and stuff. I'm not a... I watched like doubles, right? And I'm not that big a fan of doubles, but what he does with Age of Sigmar, and I've kind of just fleshed out and transposed over to 40K, because I'm going to start with 40K and then eventually move over to Age of Sigmar as well. So he does something, it's called the Tabletop Sports Network, and it is fantastic. It's essentially, and I think his main goal is to make tabletop gaming. He wants to bring a sports coverage, feel, flair, technology, to tabletop wargaming, which I think is amazing. That, like, kudos to you, my man. That I think is fantastic. And I'm seriously debating on subscribing so I can actually watch what he does. And I will eventually actually probably reach out to get tips and advice and from him as well in the near future. But so basically, how it works for him in Age of Sigmar is they have basically 2 teams of 4 come and play each other, and they play 3 rounds. And there's actually a way there's actually a way in to do the team round choosing, like who plays who, which is fantastic and easily transferable over to 40K. And then basically what it is each team brings an army from each what is it called? Allegiance. So order, chaos, death, and destruction. And then they play each other. And then after the first round's over and after the second round's over, each team is allowed to ban units, which I think is kind of interesting. So they'll ban a unit so you can't play with that unit. And some are preemptive, like some are tactical, to really mess up other people's armies. And then, like I said, so then there's a scoring methodology, and then the team with the most points after 3 rounds, you know what I'm saying? And you combine all points together. So it's not wins, it's points. You combine all the points over, and actually maybe it is wins too. But and then there's obviously a clear winner. Team that won, right? So like even if you lost, as long as others, did well, like I said, it's a team effort, right? You just do the best you can, you score as many points. That's the goal. So, like I said, pretty cool. And like I said, some of the things I've wanted to do, one is AOS, Age of Sigmar tournaments here locally where I am, because not a lot of people do Age of Sigmar tournaments, which is unfortunate because I think it would be a blast. The other thing I've talked about is the Path to Glory, which, again, that will probably be just a local thing as well. But one of the things I want to do, big things I want to do, is more team play. And so what I want to, like I said, and 40K is way more played here than Age of Sigmar. And so, like I said, I'm going to start essentially a rip-off of TSN and the Honest Wargamer. Not to the same extent, because I don't know if I even want... I don't think I want the sports coverage necessarily, but I do want the league play. Because we have... one of the crazy things is, so like, we had a GT, 40K GT recently. And there was like... So we ended up having 62 players come. And sorry, just checking. Anyway, and one of the things that I saw was that there was so many different players from so many different Warhammer 40K teams, right? There was a bunch of different teams. And like I said, so that's one of the things that got me thinking of. I wonder if we could get, like I said, basically use these, because you only need a team of 4, right? And so you could even have, these, some of these big teams like Lightly Salted and maybe the Rudder, where they could probably put together multiple teams for the league, right? So you can have, Lightly Salted, the Lightly Salted Falcons and the Lightly Salted Ravens or something like that. And make that, you know what I'm saying? So that you could even have multiple teams from a competitive team. So, like I said, and we'll see. I have a couple of teams I want to start with. One is obviously my local Alpha Strike Alliance, those boys. So, definitely be hitting them up to see about having them help me flesh out this methodology. And mine will be a little bit different because basically each team, so there'll be teams of 4, and each team is going to be required to bring 2 armies. So they'll be, so you'll come to the event with 2 tournament-ready armies. And then, you know what I'm saying? And then, so how it's going to work is, instead of banning units, we're going to ban armies. So there, how we'll have it broken out is you'll have a Space Marine army, and each round there will be, each team will have to be able to field a Space Marine army, a Space Marine army, an Imperium army, so a non-Space Marine Imperial army. So that's like Adeptus Custodes, that's Sisters of Battle, Astra Militarum. What else? Anyway, yeah. And then finally, a Chaos army, and then a Xenos army. And so, like, most people will bring, basically, you'll need 2 of each type, because you'll only be able, each team, so there'll be 3 rounds, right? So the first round you bring whatever armies you want, and then and I'm not sure how many I want to ban, probably 2. So each I wonder, probably just 1. So each and you'll only be able to ban 1 army for each faction. So for example, basically, so we play the round, right? And then I decide, I want to ban Drukhari. We want to ban Drukhari. So no Drukhari armies can be played. Well, if we brought a Drukhari army, then we also can't play that army. Does that make sense? And so say we got 1 person who brought Drukhari, 1 person who brought Necrons, because they're one of the newest factions. You got 2 different types of Space Marine armies. You'll have let's say Death Guard and Zeech, probably, well, 1,000. Let's say 1,000 Suns, because they're getting a new codex. Then you'll have let's say Grey Knights as one of the Space Marine armies, because they'll get a new codex, and Ultramarines, right? And then you bring Adeptus Custodes and Adeptus Mechanicus. So those are your eight teams, right? And we don't want Drukhari, because they have a really powerful, good Drukhari player. So we want to kill that. So we can't bring our Drukhari army. So now we have to play our Necron army, right? And they play whatever other Xenos Drukhari army, but no one else can ban another Xenos army. So that's done, right? And then they say they choose Grey Knights, because Grey Knights are going to be super powerful with the new codex coming out, right? So now we've got to play our Ultramarines, right? And so now so they choose Grey Knights, right? Well, Grey Knights don't affect their Space Marine army. They brought Blood Angels, right? Blood Angels and White Scars, or Dark Angels. Blood Angels and Dark Angels, right? So they're not affected by that, right? So a Space Marine army's been blocked, and then so at the end of round 2, now all you can block is, the only ones left will be Chaos and the Imperium army, right? And then how it'll work is the team that's losing at the end of round 1 will get to choose first, and then the team that's, you know what I'm saying, the other team will choose one. And then at the end of round 2, it'll be the same thing. Whoever's losing at the end of round 2 will get to choose first which army they want to stop or want to kill. And so that, like I said, that could, depending on what everyone brings, I mean, that could kill a lot of armies, because a lot of times, you know, everyone's playing the same meta armies. So, you know what I'm saying, everyone will have a Adeptus Mechanicus and probably Adeptus Custodes or Sisters of Battle, right? Those are the 3. So it's like, well, what are we going to bring? You know what I'm saying? Which ones? And so it'll be up to them to you know what I'm saying, bring armies that the players are good with, and then also um, also armies that everyone has, right? Because that's everyone's going to need to have at least 2 armies. So then the other thing too is like, so um, let's say they ban Drukhari, right? Well, depending on who plays Drukhari, well, what other did they bring, right? So if they brought Drukhari and um, Ultramarines, right? Well, now they can't play Drukhari, so they've got to play Ultramarines. So whoever was playing, the Necron player, whatever other one he was. So like, that's the other thing too. Like when someone bans one of your armies, well, now you've got to shuffle up because not everyone can play every army. You're trying to practice with and get good at these certain armies, and saying so once an army's banned, well, then, I'm saying there's going to be some shuffling of who's playing which of the 4 categories, right? And then, like I said, then you play round 2, and then the same thing, and then you play round 3. So, and at the end of the round. So that, like I said, that is something I'm super interested in doing and trying out and seeing if other people like, and if there's enough interest and like, and then looking to actually hold a league where I'm saying maybe we get 4 teams in the beginning and we do it, 1 game every 2 weeks for 3 months, and then I'm saying see who the winner is, and that gives people time and practice, and it's like, okay, but you got to dedicate, right? And that, I think that will probably also hurt. And the reason why it's 2 every 2 weeks is so that we can plan around tournaments and things like that. So in case people are like, yeah, no, I've got a tournament this month or whatever. So like I said, we'll see if people like it, if people like the concept, if they like the way it works. I don't know. I think it sounds amazing. I think it sounds fun. Like I said, and then we'll go from there, depending on if people like it and what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Whether I add the sportscaster element to it, I don't know. We'll see. But definitely, that's like my next. Because originally I was thinking battle reports, wanted to do battle reports, and we still might do battle reports here. But this is just something that everyone does battle reports, and so this is something I don't think people are doing. I haven't seen it anywhere on YouTube or Twitch. And we, what I'm saying, and my hope and goal would be to stream every round and just kind of go, because it'll all be in one area, right? And so then we'll be able to like go around and see what people are doing, where everyone's at. There will be like a lot involved. Obviously, we'll play a couple of test games to see if it's something people like and something people are interested in. And then, like I said, if it is, then it's a matter of building up and fleshing out the concepts and, like I said, the broadcasting. Because I want to broadcast it probably on Facebook. We would do a live stream broadcast where we'd have cameras over each of the 4 tables. You know what I'm saying? We'd be kept up to date with what's going on with each table, and then we just kind of discuss the battles as they're happening. So I think it sounds amazing. I think it sounds like a lot of fun, but also a lot of work, but I'm up for it. So that is my next big endeavor. Let's see how that sits. So yeah, super excited. Gonna chat with my buddy Dallin about it. He's my kind of like my go-to guy when I chat about things. Him and Dave, my brother Dave, kind of my 40K guys, and which you guys met, Dave, in the last Codex Hammer episode, which was a lot of fun having my brother Dave and Bill, local legend Bill, on the channel. So it was a blast talking about Age of Sigmar 3.0, all the different new rules and stuff. I think it's going to be fantastic. I think list building is going to change. I mean, they literally said they had an article. Games Workshop had an article out because they did the article of how will 3.0, how will um, Zeech function in 3.0, and they literally said because you can't use War Scroll battalions in matched play anymore, that literally took out the one and only way anyone played Zeech in tournaments, which is the change host. And they're like, now you'll have, whoops, that's not conducive to gluing. Dropping my glue on things. They're like, now what I'm saying, they'll have the opportunity to build a ton of new varied lists, and I'm just laughing like, yeah, you literally had to force these people to stop taking these cheese things that you provided for them. So, but they all have cheese things. I think Caradron Overlords is going to be even more stupid broken than they are right now. I'm calling it. For all of you Age of Sigmar people out there, hear me now. I am calling it. Caradron Overlords was a pain in the butt. And unless they get a ton of FAQs and changes, they're going to be worse. Worse than ever before. You want to know why? Because you're having to bring minimum standard units. Minimum size units, excuse me. Which means now, like in 40K, you know what I'm saying, you bring a bunch of chaff, and then you know, these guys who have these knights or frickin' these big, there will be a slight, it'll be a slightly more difficult in how they figure out what to destroy. But like I said, it's like, I'm going to shoot this gun at this unit, this gun at this unit, these guns at this unit. And their frigates and their ironclads are just going to still jump around the board. Now, the board is going to be smaller, so it will be, it won't be as hard to chase them down. But they'll still be able to jump all over the board and blow up all of these minimum standard units. And that's my biggest issue, where, saying you can't protect, numbers is no longer a protection against these guys, which means, saying, oh, this gun's going to blow up this 5-man unit, and these 2 guns are going to blow up this 10-man unit, and this guy's going to, and it's like, they're going to pick you apart. Whereas before it's like, I'm going to deplete this unit. Now it's like, I'm going to destroy all of these units. And I think that's going to cause issues. So, it is what it is. We'll see what happens. Are they one hand, one arm? Oh, they are. Holy cow, that's so easy. Holy squawkamole. They're dual armed. No, they're not. Son of a gun. So either way, you got to put that arm on. Okay. So you got to put the side arm on. Never mind. I was excited. I thought it was like 2 arms on the same piece, so you just like slide it around his body and ta-da. But, oh well. Anyway, so like I said, I think Caradron Overlords are going to still be very powerful. I think Lumineth are going to do really well. You know what I'm saying? Mainly because you can make your bows. Well, and that's the other thing too, I guess. Not really, because if the bows come in units of 5, then you're gonna max them out at 15 instead of 20, or instead of 30. But so we'll see. Like I said, a lot of things is gonna hedge on. A lot of things are going to hedge on the General's Handbook and how people are. Oh, that's cool. And how people are going to. Units are going to. What they're going to look like for match play, right? What their minimum size unit number is going to be, and then how they move up, right? Because I know for a fact that Soulblight Gravelords was, in fact, written for 3rd edition. And just because of how it's written. The points changes, the number of unit, the MSU numbering that's changed. All of that. What does the Cinecell look like? Crazy. Oh, it's this dude. Anyway, so like I said, so it's gonna be dictated, right? Because zombies are from 20 to 40, but the skeletons went from 10 to 30. So skeletons were changed, the hounds were changed, graveguard were changed. Like, you know, MSU numbering has changed. And so, like I said, the General's Handbook's going to play a big part. And I think, like, a lot of people are thinking, I mean, even in the General's Handbook, there's new rules for the spells. I think everyone's going to get FAQs. There are going to be a lot of changes through the new FAQs that drop for 3.0 as well. So that'll be interesting, like I said. And it's just it's really just a wait and see game. Sorry, I'm just looking at heads because I'm like, do they all have cool, crazy? Yep. Yeah, they're all pretty cool and crazy. Cool and crazy heads. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I've got more. Yeah. So there we go. Still can't wait. I want to play Age of Sigmar 3.0 right now. And we pretty much have most of the rules to play it. I mean, now you could probably look up all the YouTube videos, and if you watched them all, you'd know what needs to be done and how, essentially how to play it. Because a lot of them go into actual quite depth, talking about the different things that you need to do to play. So anyway, what else? Commissions are going really well. We finished up 2, so we just finished up that big Kharadron Overlords commission, which was a beautiful, amazing, gorgeous, fantastic, awesome one. Turned out really well. We were able to use the new airbrush on it, which saved a bunch of time and makes it so much smoother and nicer. And then we just finished up. We just finished up a Tau commission, a 20-man Tau commission. There's a video for that. And we're currently working on this Graveguard one, which will be a lot of fun. Then we'll have just a slight break because the wife is going. She's one of our painters, in case you guys didn't know. One of our painters is going to be going on a slight vacation. And then we've got they all get them. And then we've got we're going to have another phase of the Kharadron Overlords. And that's going to be a big one right after Age of Sigmar 3.0 comes out, once we kind of know how things are going to play out, so that way they can get as a competitive a list figured out as they want, which is, I think, smart. And then, like I said, and that puts us pretty much all the way into the end of July before we have any open available slots. So, yeah, minus, if I know the Tau commission, he's got a lot of stuff he wants painted, and he's smart about it, and he's sending it in piecemeal, little bits here, little bits there, which is fine with us. We're more than happy to help and do it at his pace. So, like I said, that is another one that's constantly coming in and out. So what I'm saying, which we fit in and give priority to because he is a returning customer, and returning customers receive priority over new customers. Though we are very careful in how we schedule things, so that way we're never pushing projects out too far, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9. So yeah, so like I said, that's our main goal is our two main goals with every commission. Well, I guess there's three. The first one is obviously for you to be happy with it, right? Our goal is to get it tabletop ready to your liking, to your specifications, so that you're happy with it. During that process, we strive to keep you informed, so you know roughly, at least weekly, if not more, where how your project is going, and just like I said, so keep you informed and appraised of what's going on, so you never just are like left in the dark. And then lastly, is to make sure that we are very careful in how we schedule things, so that way it's not like, oh, sorry, we're gonna push it back. It's gonna be another week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks. That has happened before, and we are very kind in what we do. We've even done a small commission and not charged the individual because it was our fault that it got delayed for so long. It got delayed for a considerable amount of time, and then we finished it up, and then I provided it to that individual and said, "Here you go." And they were like, "Well, let me pay you." And I'm like, "Nope, we took way too long to do this. It was our fault. It was our scheduling. We've learned since then, and like I said, we're very careful, and then two, if something does happen, we will rectify the situation in an amicable way, especially that favors the customer, because our goal is to make sure that you're happy. So there you go. Yeah. So, but like I said, things are going well. Still training up some of our painters on the airbrush. They're getting better at it. One of them is currently working on Studio Army, so we're actually finishing getting the Wraith Army painted up. I knew we needed an airbrush to finish it and to do it the way I wanted it to get done. And so now that we have that airbrush, we're finishing up that army. So it'll go a lot quicker. With the airbrush, it'll make it so that we're basically, once we're done with airbrushing, which will be like 90% of the painting, or the miniature, probably more like 75 to 80% of the miniature will be done airbrushed. And then we'll be picking out all the details and weaponry and things like that, and the heads, because the heads will be white. So there'll be a very Dark Angels-esque color scheme. So we used Caliban green. So I primed them black. We used Caliban green as like a base, essentially, the spray. And then we will be using a couple of different colors to highlight the greens. And then, like I said, we're picking out all the gems. The gems will end up being orange, like a reddish orange. And, the weapons will be silver. The heads will be white. I don't think I mentioned that yet. The heads will be white. The bodies will be green. The gems will be orange. And then the weapons will be silver. So that is silver, and probably like an orange, like a reddish orangish for any like glowy stuff, right? So yeah, excited. I think it'll turn out fantastic. Well, number one, it'll be painted well. That's a given. But it's the color scheme I want. So, and it's a Studio Army, so we'll paint it however the frick I want, right? So, excited to see how it turns out. Excited to see them get some paint on them. So, what else? Where are we at? 45 minutes. Okay, so this will probably be an hour video. I didn't start it as soon as I wanted to, and I wasn't as ready and set up as I was expecting to be for this. So at about an hour, we'll call it anyway, and then I'll just finish these up off camera. But yeah, so like I said, super excited to do this commission. This was an individual that reached out to us. Originally, if I remember correctly, they were thinking of doing... Oh, crap, I can't remember what army. Man, I don't remember. They were going to go with a different army. And then this Soulblight Gravelords was coming out, and they were like, oh, wait, no, we don't want that army because we're going to collect Soulblight Gravelords. So I'm like, okay, yeah, no worries. Like, you know what I'm saying? Do your thing. You know what I'm saying? We never, are frustrated or angry with people who don't, commission with us. Everyone, you do you, right? We're just here to help. And then, once it came out, we got another email, and they said, hey, so we want to collect these, but we still want you to paint some miniatures for us. So, can we start with a small unit? And I said, heck yeah. What'd you have in mind? And they were like, let's do some Graveguard. So we are doing Graveguard. So we're just going to do it, like I said, it's a 10-man unit. It'll go fairly quickly. And if they like it, hopefully they will, they'll continue to grow their army with us. And that's something, like I said, I have no problem with. I actually like and prefer. You know what I'm saying? You can grow your army with us. It's like, oh, I'm going to, let's do this phase and that phase. I mean, essentially, once we do the second Caradron Overlord phase, you know what I'm saying? That's essentially them, They're going to have this big old beautiful sky army, you know what I'm saying, that's been done in phases, and we'll just help them flesh out as they want. And, you know what I'm saying, eventually they'll have the vast majority of it done, and then it'll just be bits and bobs, right, to get done later on as new units come out, or they want to change their, their army composition, or even just something's more competitive, or something's no longer competitive, or they just want to collect, right? Because a lot of people they want to collect all the miniatures in their army. I am that way. I want all the I want two pretty much of every unit in my army, because the old adage is 1 is none and 2 is 1. So, and then if they're really good, I want 3. So, anyway. So yeah, like I said, so we're excited for this commission. Thank you to our client. The individual, she sent a picture of a Wit King that I believe she painted. Could be wrong. And to give us the color scheme that they want. I think it's going to be a really fun color scheme. So the armor is going to be a dirty white, and the cloth is going to be a blue, like a deep. It's kind of like a deep blue. So we'll do a deep blue, with going on up with highlights and all that stuff. Chainmail will be metal, and then I'm gonna do bone. They want bleached bone, so we'll be doing like a bleached bone for the skeleton bone, and then we'll pick out all the other details and stuff as it goes. So that is essentially the color scheme that they want. So I think it'll be really fun, really cool. The picture that they sent looks really nice, you know what I'm saying? And so it's like, oh yeah, let's do it. So, like I said, once it's done, I hope they like it, and if they do, maybe they'll continue on with us. So, anyway, what else? What else is going on with tabletop? As you can see, I don't know if you've watched my new videos, but you can see behind me, right here, we've got a banner. It's one of the things I've wanted to get. I guess we'll do it like that. Anyway, it's a backdrop. I wanted something for the backdrop, so we got this banner with our logo. You can't see it, but down at the bottom, it says our catchphrase, "Are you ready?" with you emphasized, because that's the question. Are you guys ready? And if you're not, that's fine. Tabletop Ready Miniatures, we're here to help you get ready. So, also one of the things we're striving to grow is our Patreon page. For those of you who don't know, we have a Patreon page. Let's see. I want to make sure I have one of every weapon. Okay, that's you. And that would be you. Okay. And we have one of these. Yep. All right. So yeah, we have a Patreon page. We will be updating some of the rewards because we no longer have a web store, and that was one of the benefits that we offered. And I guess that's not true. We still do actually own a web store. We just have it mainly for used miniatures now. So anyway, so we'll have to look. I said we'll revisit it, but so some of the main things that we offer, the biggest thing that we do on our Patreon page, reward wise, is we're going to be offering a free HQ miniature. And I think I mentioned that. That's what we're going to paint that up this wet night for. And so basically once a month, we'll do a raffle. And the different levels that you have will give you more tickets for to be entered in, right? And so like I said, and there's like I said, and then there's other perks as well. So he needs a sword. He needs swords. So like I said, so the different perks. The two main ones are besides. So you have the miniature. Like I said, and you get so many raffle tickets based off of your level of support. And then the other ones are a percentage discount on commissions. You know what I'm saying? So you can use that towards a commission. And then the other thing is the web store. Sorry, I gotta make sure that I get the right arm. Maybe this one. That's the left. Okay. So those, like I said, those are the other two main prizes. And then our biggest one will be you actually get some swag. So actually, let me go pop it up real quick and take a look. Patreon. So I'll just kind of read it out to you. Where are you? And there it is. All right. And just so, like I said, I'll read them out to you. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different tiers. There's and I have them named based off of different phases of getting a miniature ready. So you have the still on sprue tier. That's $1 a month. That's just, hey, I want to support you. I like you guys. You'll get access to the patron only posts, and you'll get a shout out because I typically shout out for each video, either at the beginning or the end, and thank patrons. And we will be probably. I have a Discord. Tabletop Revengers has a Discord, and we'll probably start including that as well, so that people will have access to our. It's going to be the patrons only chat Discord. So that'll probably be put on as well. The next tier is fully assembled, and that's $5 a month. And then I forgot I have little sayings. So the first one is you're still on the sprue waiting your turn to become a tabletop ready. Then you have fully assembled. You've been clipped off the sprue. Mold lines have been cleaned up, and you have been fully assembled. The rewards, you get obviously all the rewards from tier 1. And then after 1 month of support, your name will be entered one time into the monthly miniature raffle. Also, after 1 month of support, you receive 5% off tabletop miniature commission projects. So that'll be, and those are only good for a month, or basically one commission. So if you don't use it in that month, you lose it. You can't. We're not gonna let you accumulate 12 months worth of. Because what it would be, and I guess it would have to be 20 months worth of, which is 2 years. Yeah. So for $120, you're not going to get, a $600, $700, $800, $1,200 commission for free. So like I said, it's just 5% off the commission project if you commission it within that month. Then the next tier is primed and base coated. That's $10 a month. You've been primed for painting and received your base coats. You get all the rewards for tier 1 and tier 2. And then after 1 month of support, your name will be entered 3 times into the monthly miniature raffle. And then there is a parentheses, takes place of tier 2 entry. And then after 1 month of support, you receive a monthly $5 coupon to the Tabletop Miniatures web store. So that is a coupon that will stay with you. So you can save up coupons. So coupons you'll be able to save, percentages off of commission projects you will not. Because it's, what I'm saying, when you commission, it could be for anything, right? It could be, you could do a $1,200 commission, and if you could accumulate that would bankrupt us. So don't be dumb. So anyway, so instead of the one name entered, you get the 3 for tier 3. Tier 4 is highlighted and washed. That's $25 per month. All your base coats have been highlighted, and you have received a wash. Typically, you wash before you highlight, but not always. So then, all rewards from tiers 1 through 3. After 1 month of support, your name will be entered in 5 times, so instead of the 3. If the patron, and this is the difference. So if the patron wins the miniature raffle, you can choose the model of the month or any infantry model of your choice. So any infantry size hero will paint up for you for free. After 1 month of support, you receive 10% off of commission projects, and that takes place of the 5% tier 1. And then after one month of support, you receive a monthly $10 coupon to the web store. So again, that is a cumulative. You can use multiple or you can accumulate your coupons, but you only I just realized that you're actually only ever able to use 1 coupon per purchase. And so, like I said, you could buy one model, a $10, $20, $50 model, say get $10 off, and that takes place in place of the $5 coupon. And then your name at that tier, your name will be mentioned specifically in each video /battle report. And then the last tier is free-handed magnetization. You know what I'm saying? That's the all-out, super, and that's $50 a month. And all your weapons or options are magnetized, and you got some wicked freehand painting. The rewards is basically 1 through 4. And then after 1 month of support, your name will be entered in 10 times. So that actually takes place of the 5. And then after 1 month of support, every 3 months, each patron can send us a hero or squad to be painted by us. So you will receive free, basically, free painting from us, which I think is awesome. We are looking actually into actually providing swag as well at some point, which would be a lot of fun. So that's our patron page. You know what I'm saying? We're still debating on whether we want other tiers as well. As of right now, probably not. You know what I'm saying? If you guys have any input, you're more than welcome to let us know. We feel like that is we're striving to provide value with our, like I said, with the patron page. So not only is it entertainment and other things like that, but it's I'm saying legitimate value to you guys. Whether it's a miniature a month, I'm saying, whether it's money, saving money on commissions, and that's a big thing too. Like I'm saying, saving 5% or 10% off of a commission, that can be big, right? That could be a lot of money because commissions aren't cheap. You know what I'm saying? If you want a relatively decent size army, that is off of just the painting. That's not off of the miniature purchase. So if it costs you $600, you know what I'm saying, then you would be either saving $30 or $60, depending on what tier you're on. So yeah. So like I said, I think like that can provide a lot of value, and that's monthly, right? So you could be saving a lot of money, and obviously you're not going to be doing a $600 commission every month. But like I said, even if you're doing a small commission, you're doing a squad a month at $100, you're saving $5-10, and you're getting your some money back. And that's, like I said, in my head, like you're getting money back as well as the coupons, right? So now you're saving money on models that we use models that we have on our web store. So anyway, like I said, just shouting that out. Thank you to the patrons we already have, and we hope that others of you who watch these videos might feel so inclined to support. So there you go. That's about an hour, guys. I'm just gonna glue on the arms, heads, and shoulder pads, and then they'll pretty much be done. So they're all cleaned. Everything's cleaned up. I just need to glue them on, and that'll go by pretty quick. But I'm gonna call it for now. So thanks for watching. Appreciate you guys again. Thank you for the 200 subscribers. You guys are amazing. Our next goal is going to be 500, so it is going to be quite a stretch. So we'll go from there. See how fast we can hit that. As we continue to consistently provide content as to what we're doing, tabletop army miniatures, and all that jazz. So stay tuned. Thank you again. We appreciate everything, and we will catch you next time. So bye.